We visit with the City of Bryan folks on Thursdays, and we have councilmen in, and today we do. And this is the councilman, if you will, for the entire city, is Kevin Boriskie. He's the at-large. Good morning, Kevin. How are you?
Good morning, Scott. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Like to first talk about a little bit of council business. In the last meeting, council changed their policy when it came to hear citizens, and it'd been about 7 years since that particular thing had happened. Tell me a little bit about how that came to be and how you, as one member of council, feel about it.
Yeah, so we did make a change to where, before that if you could come to hear citizens and you had to speak on something that was an agenda item only. And, we were getting feedback from some of the citizens that they wanted the opportunity to, express their views, concerns on things, even though it was not on the agenda item. So we did make that change. Now they have the opportunity to do that. They do have to register prior to, I believe it's 9 o'clock in the morning on the day of the meeting to sign up to do that. And then we're actually allotting 30 minutes at the end of the meeting to be able to do that, because the council meetings are really, business meetings running that. And we have so many people that are in and on schedules, and, they always seem to run really, really long. But we just want to make sure that we can take care of everything business-wise first and then have the opportunity for the citizens. So we think it's a good thing. We definitely want to hear from our citizens.
The other thing I like about it is, at least over time, 6 months down the road, there may be an agenda item that's added because some person comes to speak to council and they come up with something that maybe council had not looked at, and you guys and gals decide, hey, yeah, we may want to add this and have a look at it later on.
Yes, absolutely. So, and I think that was some of the discussion during the meeting that, we got a lot of smart people here in City of Bryan, and we definitely want to, hear their thoughts. So, yeah, we think it'll be good going forward.
I like to talk about different segments of growth around the city, and it happens in different places. But let's start in downtown. You've decided to change your ordinance as far as beverages being able to move around the city. There's also been a lot of construction. I mean, downtown Bryan's becoming a more livable space than it's ever been.
Yeah, yes, it is. There's a lot of growth going on down there, whether it's, residential. We have some lofts that are finishing up. We had the Hush and Whisper that opened up. We have about 158 employees that came down there. So, yeah, there's a lot going on downtown, and we think that's going to definitely continue.
Well, how about the rest of the city then? Kind of what's your view as far as where growth is?
We have growth really going in all areas. So just as an example, from January through March so far this year, we're at 252 building permits for a value of $58 million. Just as a benchmark, last year at this time, we're at 144 permits. So we're up about 75%. So we're seeing a lot of growth in all areas of town. You mentioned downtown, District 2, we have a lot of single-family residential off of Old Hearn Road. And District 3, we still have the Rudder Point subdivision and Greenbrier that are continuing to expand. District 4, we have Oakmont, we have Miramont, some other subdivisions that will be out there as well. Then go all the way across town to District 5. We still have development and new houses going up, Traditions, Edgewater. We're starting to get some infill homes around the Midtown Park, some townhomes. So we're starting to see a good mix of some different price points out there. So, yeah, it's been really busy.
It has, and that's very heartening, because I know for a long time Bryan was way ahead of College Station when it came to rooftop single family, but now we're getting that, and as you say, the infill is what we really want to hear about, is what happens to those old lots, what kind of structures are going to go in there, because that's really the future of Bryan.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of talk around that, and over the past couple of years there have been some infill that we've started to see happening, but I think there's going to be a lot bigger focus on that, because you can kind of keep expanding out, but you're really going to have to start in the center and work your way out, too, just to get more density.
Sure. Kevin Boriskie joining us this morning. He's the at-large member of the Bryan City Council. Gosh, tell me what you can about the Phillips Event Center. This thing has been a long project.
Yes, this has been a very, very long construction project. And as you know, that was one when, we had the freezes. We had some issues there. A lot of what's taken so long has been dealing with insurance. But we are really, really close to getting that thing finished, and I think it's going to be really great when they do. It's going to be a nice facility.
Sure, one more venue is always good. There are a couple of things that you do, of course, beyond being on City Council. You attend other meetings and you're parts of other boards. One of those is a BTU board.
Yes.
Let's talk a little about that, because in the discussions we have with people at BTU, being able to be prepared for the future is important. We're hearing about, no matter what the usage is, higher and higher use on the grid. What are you hearing as far as discussions about what could happen as far as growth and generation there?
Okay. First, I'd like to take a moment, since you mentioned BTU, is just to really thank everyone there and all their employees and staff. I mean, they're the ones that are out there on the front lines when we have this really bad weather. They're out in the middle of the night, taking care of that to make sure that, we have our lights and power on. So they do a fantastic job. But yeah, I think it's always a challenge making sure that there's enough power. You mentioned things towards the future. I know in June there's a American Power Association, Public Power Association conference, and at the conference last year they were talking about different options. And you always hear that word nuclear going out there. So I think it's really just taking a look at that and seeing what opportunities may be out there. But I think all in all, we're very blessed to have BTU to have the service that we do, and it's still very, very competitive.
Well, and the Relish campus, clearly they are coming in, and you want to be able to have as much generation or capacity there as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of planning and growth for that. I mean, we're very fortunate to have Texas A&M in our backyard, and City of Bryan's a great partner with them, and with everything that they already have at the Relish campus and things that will be coming in the future, that there will be a lot of growth out there. So yes, making sure that we have the infrastructure and all the utilities and power is very important.
And you're the council member who basically is the one who sits in on all the meetings having to do with development. Tell me about that facet.
Yes, we do. So I'm on the Bryan Brazos County Economic Development Foundation, and really they were the ones over at the Texas Triangle Park. It's a business park on the north side of town. There's been a lot of activity there as well. We had the groundbreaking towards the end of last year for Certainteed. Certainteed is a very large shingle manufacturer, so they're opening a manufacturing distribution facility right there. So that's coming. I think that's going to bring about 130 jobs and $145 million in private capital investment. So it's almost getting to one of the points to where we're starting to run out of property out there, which is a good thing. But yeah, there's a lot going on.
Well, you also let the contract this week to expand the water line that goes out there. And so clearly that means you've got room for other people to come out there. Certainty obviously needs water, but others will too.
We do. Definitely, with a manufacturing facility like that, obviously they need a lot of water. So yeah, there's some relocation of lines there, not only to service Certainty, but I think they mentioned on one of the last segments about Master Brick. Will be coming out there and some other companies as well. So just making sure that we have all the infrastructure we need to accommodate the growth that's coming.
You bet. Anything else for us this morning?
One, I'd just like to, again, thank staff for everything that they do. As much as going on out there in the community and much construction that we have, somehow we always seem to get it done. Not we, but with our staff. So they always go above and beyond, and we couldn't do anything without them. We're very fortunate to have them.
All right, thanks for the time this morning. Kevin Boriskie, he's the at-large member of the Bryan City Council. We have the interview archived on our website at WTAW.com. It's also available on our YouTube channel. Go to WTAW and search there.